Hey guys, it's Tachi fan, and I thought I'd talk to you guys because there was something I want to talk about. But first things first. Hey, look at me! I got a haircut. Looks nice, right? Eh, no. I prefer my hair to be longer, but I had gotten it cut because I want to try to get a job. Still trying to do the job hunt. Still on the job hunt, and longer hair isn't really the greatest thing here. So, kind of on an up and up. But I I decided to get it cut, and honestly, I showed the person a picture of what I wanted. I was like, hey, this is what I want, and it was supposed to be longer. My bangs were supposed to be down further, and hair's supposed to be down to the neck. But oh well, I'll live with it. My hair will grow again. It's not like it's the end of the world. But anyway, so yeah, thought I'd get a haircut. So that's what I look like now. Anyway, I was gonna talk about something interesting because it doesn't surprise me that this is still a thing, but so I want to bring up something. Like, the thing is, I didn't want to make a video on it because it's tragic. Horrible thing happened in Florida. About, honestly, it's been like 2 weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks ago, something like that. But in Florida, at Parkland, Florida, there was that massive shooting, and to be honest, I don't want to make light of it because it's terrible. The people who were there, I felt very sorry for. Like, I felt very sad because it was pretty difficult to see and to hear all this stuff. But the one thing that I can't stress enough is that anytime that there is a mass shooting of any sort, anywhere, the one thing that we should talk about is the one thing that these dang politicians don't want to talk about, and that's the damn gun violence. Because the thing is, I don't know about you guys, but when I see a shooting happen, like somebody shot somebody, I don't know about you guys, but I think guns are involved. I mean, maybe that's a thing, but so I am hearing these politicians, and the thing is, I can get on a political rant, and I don't want to make my YouTube channel all on politics, talking about like pretty much political view and everything. But the thing that frustrates me is the fact that every time a shooting happens, the politicians are like, now's not the time to talk about it. But my question for them is, when's the time to talk about it? When should we talk about gun violence when the gun violence doesn't happen? Because like weeks after the Vegas shooting, they're like, oh well, they're like at right away, they're like, now's not the time. And it's like, okay, you want to give them space, I understand. You want to let them grieve, I understand that. But then like weeks later, they're like, oh well, now we're talking about something else. We're not going to talk about that because that was long ago, or now is still not the time to talk about it. And then you're like, okay, when is it? Because I'm not going to lie, if something in our country, in the United States, if something goes wrong when it comes to like an illegal immigrant, where they done something, they want to instantly talk about border control. They want to talk about border security, the wall, building the wall and everything. When it's an African American, something's going on with an African American where they robbed somebody, they shot up somebody, or they got shot, it's a race thing. It's always a race thing. But honestly, it's like gun violence. They don't ever want to talk about it. They never want to talk about guns. They never want to talk about gun control. They never want to talk about any of it. Which makes me question, why? Because the thing is, I think that we need to talk about it. Whether or not you believe that we should have looser gun laws or stricter gun laws, you should at least, I would think, agree that you should talk about it because it's a serious thing. Apparently, we're getting we're on average mass shooting once a week, and that's not good. So personally, I just think my personal belief on that whole debacle is that guns are the problem. I think guns are a problem, and the thing is, I don't want to get rid of people's guns rights. I don't want to get rid of guns because, to be honest, a gun it's cool. Like the design for a gun, how a gun is formed and everything. That's kind of cool. I love it. I love how it's the technology for the guns themselves. I love it. It's intriguing. I never want to own a gun. I never want to really shoot a gun. I never want to own one. I mean, I wouldn't mind firing it at a target, specifically, at a target range or firing range, but I never want to own a gun, personally. And the thing is, some people do hunting. Hunting is good. Deer control is a thing, and we need to do deer control when deer start to overpopulate. That can cause problems. So having the control with guns it's a good thing, but the thing is, I feel like it's easier to get a gun. It's way too easy to get a gun, and I think that personally, I think that's a problem. But it's more like, I feel like it's more like the gun, to be honest, what the kid used in the Parkland shooting. He used an AR-15, which is a pretty common named gun nowadays, because I mean that was, I believe, the same gun that was used in the Vegas shooting, and it's a common gun for them to use. Now my whole issue is it's a semi-automatic rifle. I mean, you can add the bump stock to pretty much make it fully automatic, but you can get that at the age of, I believe it's 19. It's either 18 or 19. You can get an AR-15 at the age of 18 or 19, but you need to be 21 or 24 to get a handgun, something like that. So why is it easier for somebody to get an assault rifle versus a handgun? I don't know. That doesn't make sense. I would think it would be the other way around. But my biggest issue, and the thing that I feel like I now have to I have to put my 2 cents in, is that politicians love to blame violent video games. Always. And I can understand. It's easy. It's easy for people who don't play games to look at it. Oh, the game's violent. People are shooting in Call of Duty. People shoot in Halo. There's a bunch of shooter games. It's violent. It's gory. It's bloody. It's easy to just sit here and point the finger at violent video games. Oh, because they played the video games, they see the violence, so they think it's okay. Or you got Grand Theft Auto. But the thing is, there's no proof. There really isn't any proof other than the fact that you're just pointing the finger. Our president told the people that maybe we should have a rating system for video games. I don't know about you guys, but there's an ESRB rating. It literally tells you it's rated M for mature. That means you're supposed to be 17 or older, or it's rated PG-13. It's but that's where it's there's already a rating system for games, M for mature, E for everyone, E10 meaning you have to be at least 10 to play the game. There's a rating system, but the thing is, they point the finger at video games. It's violent video games. It's violent video games. And the thing is, there's no proof. There really isn't proof. To be clearly honest, when I play a game and I get mad because, I'm a hardcore gamer. I play a lot of games. I've played a wide spectrum of gaming, ranging from Call of Duty to Halo to Sonic to Mario games. Honestly, I played A Hat in Time. I live streamed that, and I've played I Am Bread, where you're a piece of bread. I've played violent video games before, and to be honest, I have gotten mad at the game. I've screamed at games before. I've thrown the controller at the couch. I don't want to throw it at the wall. Don't need to damage the controller. It's expensive. Controllers are costly. And don't want to damage the wall because we're renting. So I have thrown the controller at the couch before. I've done that. I know I have. Because I've gotten mad at a game to the point of screaming at it. But the thing is, personally, when I get mad at a game, I scream at the game, there's a form of, like, just, it's nicer, because the thing is, like, screaming at the game, you can take your frustration out on the game. You scream at the TV, you scream at the game, and yeah, you can get mad. But the thing is, I don't ever take my anger from a video game or the violence that I've seen from a video game and put it into the real world. Like, I played Call of Duty, I've shot up people, I've stolen cars in Grand Theft Auto, but I never ever taken the thought of, like, stealing a car in Grand Theft Auto. Oh, I'm just gonna go and steal my neighbor's car because it's okay since I did it in a video game. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm sure there are people out there that have that, they don't understand that video games are video games and real life is real life. But the majority of gamers do. They do understand it. They don't sit there and steal cars. I always bring up the argument that playing I Am Bread has never made me want to be a piece of bread trying to be a piece of toast. Never. I've never looked at a piece of bread and been like, you know what, I'm going to move around like that. Mario Brothers never made me want to go running around hitting blocks, taking shrooms. Like, I never wanted to do that. I never wanted to play Surgeon Simulator. Like, I played Surgeon Simulator, but it never made me want to be a surgeon. Grand Theft Auto never made me want to steal. Honestly, I never wanted to shoot up somebody, never wanted to steal. Playing Call of Duty never made me want to join the army. Never made me want to shoot up a school. And some people argue, some people do argue that, oh, there are games that promote the violence. Like, you can, while they're helpless, you shoot them and you get extra points. And the thing is, for the most part, that's not true. I know there's a specific politician that spoke out about that. That's not true. So my thing is, when people sit there and bring up violent video games as the cause for it, where's your evidence? I'd love to see it. I'd love to hear the statistics, because the thing is, I guarantee you, if you try to do a little digging, you're going to find nothing. Nothing. Like, I mean, you may find one article or two articles, but that's out of, like, the 20s and 30s and 40 articles that are, like, out there all saying the same thing. Because violent video games never, personally, it's never done anything. Like, I don't see it. And I mean, like I said, don't get me wrong, you may get that one exception, but there's always exceptions to rules. You're always going to find somebody who goes above and beyond a certain thing, or is, like, because every rule has a flaw. Like, every statistic, there are the unique exception. There's always the exception. But the thing is, for talking about it as a whole and as the majority, I just felt the need to vent a little bit, because hearing violent video games always makes me laugh, because it's not true. It really isn't. Like, I don't know about you guys, and to be honest, I don't know if you guys are video game fanatics, or you just play video games on occasion, or don't even play video games at all. But the thing is, I don't know. Like, personally, I'm just like, as a video gamer, seriously, like, honestly, it just baffles me. It's the same thing with them blaming violent movies. Are you kidding me? Other countries have violent movies. Other countries have violent video games. You don't see them having all these shootings. To be honest, they have stricter gun laws. And there's less shootings. There's less violence. Like, it's just, I don't know. It's just something. I'm making this video way too long because I felt the need to vent. So, my belief, I'm throwing their argument out the window because it's dumb. It doesn't make sense, in my personal opinion. That's just my belief. So I might as well ask you guys a question. what do you guys think about video games? What do you guys think about the whole violent video games and the shootings? And to be honest, I think the violent shootings need to be toned down a lot. Like, I'm not gonna lie, that I'm sure we can all agree on. It's gotten out of hand. But what are your guys' input on video games? What do you guys think about it? Go ahead and leave it in the comments down below. And, like what I do, you like the weird awkwardness that I am, don't hesitate to hit the like button, or subscribe. I mean, if you're not subscribed already, I will try to make more content in the future, and once again, still trying to make it a thing to upload my video game, the best of ISK, on from Twitch. So I'm trying to do that, and that's gonna be it for the video. So I will thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, I will see you guys whenever that may be. Peace.